In this video, we are going to understand what a histogram is, when to use it, and how to create it using a Matplotlib and Seaborn. First, let's understand what a histogram actually is. Here is an example of an histogram. A histogram is used to show the distribution of a numerical data. Instead of showing the individual values, it groups data into a ranges called bins. For example, imagine student mark. Instead of showing each mark, we group them like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 and count how many students fall in each range. So the histogram help us to answer where most values are concentrated, how data is spread, whether the data is skewed or balanced. So these things we can understand from the histogram. Now to plot a histogram using Python, we use Matplotlib, PyPlot, and here I have created the data as a normal distribution data, marks as a normal distribution data. Then now to plot is simple, plot.histogram. We just have to give the marks as the data set, and for the bars to be clearly visible, we give a color equal to black. Then we can give title, X label and Y label to finish off the histogram, and to show it we use plot to show. Right. Now we can change the color in the histogram by using this option, purple. We can increase or decrease the number of bins in the histogram. So right now, if you make it as 3, you lose the detailed information. If you make it as 50, you are not understanding how the data is distributed. It's of no use. So we usually put something around this. Based on our data, we put a bin size, so 15, and we can know how the data is distributed. Same plot can be done using Seaborn. For that, we use Seaborn histplot. So when you plot it, we get the data like this. To plot, we get the data in a data frame format, data equal to df, and we have to mention which is the x in the data frame. So marks we have given, and number of bins is 10. So we get this data. Now we can add more information. So we say we need to know the marks is for male or female. So that dimension we can add through hue. So we have mentioned the gender. We will be able to understand how many students are male who got marks in this range and how many are female. And we are mentioning that bars should be stacked on top of each other. So if you see here, now you know in this mark group there is one female and one male, one male and one female, and this is stacked on top of, this blue bar is stacked on top of the orange bar. Now again we can change the color. Since hue is used, I think color won't work here. And we can add KDE. KDE stands for kernel density estimator. So it will plot the density of it will show the distribution, how the distribution is there in the using a smooth graph. That's how we plot matplot a histogram using Matplotlib and Seaborn. Next we will study scatter plot in the next video. Thank you.